Hi students, just now we have seen in previous point the definition and mathematical formula for electric flux. So once again I'll remember or I'll revise. The electric flux is nothing but number of electric field lines passing normally through given area, and the mathematical formula was phi E is equal to EDS, that is phi E represents electric field is equal to EDS. But here we are going to consider the closed surface. So we have to consider or we have to take integration of closed surface. So how to read this? Integration of closed surface EDS, or we can say electric flux is equal to line integral of EDS, or we can say integration of closed surface EDS. So we'll move towards next point, Gauss theorem. So what is Gauss theorem? Just see the statement of Gauss theorem, or before that let me explain what is the importance of Gauss theorem. Actually Gauss theorem gives the relation between electric flux and charges. Means suppose what is electric flux? Number of electric field lines passing normally through this given area. So phi E will give the electric flux, correct? But we don't forget this surface is also exhibit or contain some charges, large number of charges. Okay, so if you consider q amount of charges are there, and the Gauss theorem will give the relation between phi E, that is electric flux, and charge. Okay, so we'll move towards the statement. So according to statement of Gauss theorem, it states that, or it is nothing but the total flux through the closed surface is always 1 upon epsilon naught times of the net charge enclosed by the closed surface. Means the whatever may be the charge enclosed in a closed surface is always depends on the electric flux, or vice versa. So electric flux is always 1 upon epsilon naught times of the total charge enclosed in the surface. So the expression is, the mathematical expression of the Gauss theorem is phi E. Here I'll explain as per the definition. Phi E is nothing but electric flux, and according to law phi E, that is electric flux, is always equal to 1 by epsilon naught times of the total charges in the circuit. That is, we know that phi E is nothing but line integral of EDS is equal to 1 upon epsilon naught total charges. So this is the mathematical expression of the Gauss theorem, and same is here. So here we can see, so electric flux is equal to 1 upon epsilon naught times of the total charges, that is q upon epsilon naught, and phi is nothing but this line integral of E ds. Okay, so combinedly we can write phi E is equal to this is equal to this. So we'll go for proof. We'll prove this formula by using, many of the time the question may come in the board, state and explain. So this is the statement. Now we are going to explain the proof of the Gauss theorem. So just consider, or for sake of simplicity we can consider any Gaussian surface. This is the Gaussian surface or closed surface we have considered. Okay, so just consider Gaussian surface or closed surface. Okay, and inside that one positive q charge is placed. This is the positive q charge we have placed here, you can see. Okay, and then surface S is the Gaussian surface. This surface S is the Gaussian surface around it. Okay, so just imagine or just consider a small surface area of this S. S is the total surface. Now out of that just consider this small surface area ds. Okay, anywhere inside the surface. Clear? So as we know, the electric field due to this positive q charge is radially outward. It is okay according to single isolated positive point charge property. So the direction of electric field is given here. It is radially outward, means away from the center of the Gaussian surface. And if you see the normal component means this is surface area ds, okay, and this is the perpendicular component to the surface area. It is given by this line. Just concentrate over this line ds, this one, this line indicates the normal component, okay, and this overlapped line indicates E, that is electric field. So here the angle theta between normal component and electric field is 0 because both are parallel to each other. This ds also and E also both are parallel to each other. Done. Now, but according to electric field definition and formula, we know that electric field is nothing but E is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q upon r square. Already we have done this point in previous before the electric dipole. So electric field, the formula we know that E is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q upon r square. Done. So and theta is 0. So cos theta will be 1. So according to this statement, this formula, we can write EDS phi E is equal to EDS, isn't it? This. So up to this step, it is very clear to all. Up to this step, just concentrate on the last step. We got the value for electric field intensity E is produced due to this positive q charge, and it is nothing but E is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q upon r square. Just once again, just try to understand this electric field intensity E is produced due to this single isolated positive charge q, okay, at surface area ds. So according to our law, we know that electric flux phi E is equal to line integral of EDS. So take E outside the integration sign. So E line integral ds. But we know that the value of E, according to this expression, the value of E is nothing but E is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q upon r square. So write as it is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q upon r square into line integral of ds. Okay. Now next point. Now what is ds in this case? ds here, if you consider, ds is the surface area, and we have to take the integration of ds, means we have to take all surface area. So total area of the sphere or Gaussian surface, and it is nothing but 4 pi r square. So we know that ds is equal to 4 pi r square, that is integration of ds, because ds is a small surface area and integration of ds means we have to take, this is ds, okay, and if you take integration, so it will take surface area of the all sphere, because this sphere is made by large number of this small ds, as we have seen in class 11 also, okay. So the expression will be, now put this ds in this expression, so final expression of phi E will come, phi E is equal to, from this equation, 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q upon r square into this value of ds, we have to put 4 pi r square. So here if you see 4, then pi will get cancelled, then r square also will get cancelled. So remaining terms are q and epsilon naught. So we can say electric flux phi E is equal to q upon epsilon naught, and this is the proof. Here we can see the proof also. Okay, so here one more time I want to explain from this expression. So just consider once again. So what is Gauss theorem? Gauss theorem indirectly gives or directly it gives the relation between electric flux and charge enclosed in the closed surface. Okay, so the first you have to write the statement of Gauss theorem. What is statement of Gauss theorem? The total electric flux closed or total electric flux passing through any closed surface is always equal to 1 upon epsilon naught times of the total charge. 1 upon epsilon naught times of the total charge enclosed in the closed surface. Okay, so we can write phi E is equal to line integral of EDS is equal to 1 upon epsilon times of the total charge, that is q upon epsilon naught. So in order to prove this, just consider any Gaussian surface of a surface area S, and this surface area S is made by the large number of small surface area ds. Okay, so at the center of this surface consider single isolated positive charge q. So due to this positive charge q, some electric field intensity will exert on this surface area ds, and the direction of electric field intensity will be radially outward, and ds is the normal component. So here the angle between ds and E, as they are parallel, so theta will be 0. So cos theta will be 1. So directly we can use the formula phi E is equal to line integral of EDS. So take LHS in this case. So if you take the LHS, then it will come, see this, phi E is equal to line integral of EDS. But E, we know that electric field intensity produced due to single isolated point charge, already we have done the expression, is nothing but E is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q upon r square. So here we will take the value of E 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into q upon r square. So this line integral of ds as it is, but ds is nothing but surface area, and if you take integration of ds, that is total surface area, so total area of this sphere is 4 pi r square. So if you use this equation in this equation, so it will come phi is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q upon r square 4 pi r square. So 4 will get cancelled as well as r square, then pi, so remaining terms only q divided by epsilon naught, and this is our proof. So in this case we can say the total electric flux passing through the closed surface is always 1 upon epsilon 0 or epsilon naught times of the total charge enclosed in the surface. So this is all about the Gauss theorem and its proof. Hope you understood. Thank you.